The entire premise of our republic rests on an informed citizenry. Americans need to understand what their government is doing at all the different levels. Only journalists provide that service in the interests of the truth.
You can't have freedom without knowledge and education of what's going on, and that's what the journalist's job is.
A journalist without integrity can always find the story he's looking for. Responsible journalism has to have a broader perspective, has to have enough of an education to say what we really ought to be looking at is not what everyone else says the story is.
We have a very big, ambitious core curriculum, and that means that everyone here gets fundamentally educated. They study the great subjects, the highest subjects about the highest things. That gives them tools, first of all, to know what good writing is, but second, to know how things that are going on today fit in the story of the world. So we have kids from every discipline here who are very equipped to become journalists.
So I think Hillsdale provides you with a really cohesive curriculum. And as a journalist, that helped me become a critical thinker. It helped me come up with what good questions are.
So the liberal arts gives you a wide breadth of knowledge, and you kind of get to see the world in lots of different ways through different philosophies and studies. And that's really important in journalism, to be able to look at one story through every different angle, to understand the motivation and to put yourself in other people's shoes.
John Miller, head of the Dow journalism program at Hillsdale, is himself an outstanding journalist and still committing great journalism every day, every week at National Review. He understands what makes a story compelling, true, and important.
At the heart of the program is our campus newspaper, The Collegian. Comes out weekly during the semesters. You learn journalism by doing journalism, by going and writing the stories, doing the interviews, laying them out on a newspaper page, and then seeing it come out at the end of the week and watching students read it and get the reaction.
I love spending Wednesday nights in the Collegian office. The editor-in-chief and the news editor and I, we would work together on stuff and we'd argue and it'd be dramatic. And I have really fond memories of this now because it was a great teaching experience of basically what putting out a newspaper is like, which is what I do every day now.
In a lot of ways, it's really representative of what it takes to be successful in a really meaningful career once you graduate college. The long nights, the studying, the rigorous demands that I thought almost were unfair at the time have really helped prepare me for what it took to be a journalist here, where you have deadlines, you have multiple stories a day. You're in an increasingly more competitive journalism environment where more and more is demanded of you.
Well, I think one of the coolest things about the Dow journalism program, the opportunity for networking with really incredible journalists. I mean, while I was there, we had Naomi Schaefer Riley come in. She spoke with our class. Talking with her, I was able to actually pitch her an idea as a student that ended up published in the Wall Street Journal while I was still in Hillsdale.
It was just this amazing opportunity for me to be faced with this group of extremely eager 18, 19, and 20-year-olds, how eager they were to do the work, to ask the questions that are necessary not only to be a good journalist, but to be a good citizen, to be a professional.
We're kind of a career development office for people interested in the media. We work very hard to help our students land jobs upon graduation. In fact, everybody who minors in journalism, who wants a job in journalism, pretty much gets one.
I would much rather hire somebody who knows something and teach them the craft than find someone who's only learned the craft but doesn't know anything. The journalism is a minor there, right? So you get to sort of dip your toes in it, you learn some important things, but at the same time, the emphasis remains on solid scholarship and solid citizenship. And if you learn the important stuff, it's that much easier to learn the journalism stuff.
The framers understood that journalists occupy a special role in our republic. That's why the framers, in the Bill of Rights, as the very first amendment to the Constitution, protected a free press and the freedom of speech. At Hillsdale, as part of the Dow journalism program, they teach the Constitution. They want young, honest reporters to understand the special place that they occupy in American society, and they do a great job of it.